Earth had always thought it was alone in the galaxy. People looked up at the stars and wondered if others were out there. But no one had ever visited. That was until the day the message arrived. It was not from another planet nearby. It was from a vast network of stars, a council of worlds that called themselves the Galactic Council. The message was simple and polite. It said they wanted to meet Earth and discuss friendship and trade. No one on Earth had ever seen anything like it. Governments and scientists scrambled to understand what it meant. Captain Ryan Cole was called to the emergency briefing. He was a tall man with short brown hair and sharp eyes. Beside him was Laura Brown, a young scientist who studied space signals and technology. She was nervous, but curious. Her hair was tied in a tight braid, and she carried a small notebook wherever she went. "We have been chosen," said General Adam Carter, an older man with gray streaks in his hair and a firm voice. "You two will lead the first delegation to meet the Galactic Council. You must be careful, and you must show them who we are." Ryan nodded. "We understand, sir. We will represent Earth as best as we can." Laura looked down at her notes. "Do we know anything about them, what they look like, or how they act?" Adam shook his head. "Only what the message said. They claim to be peaceful." The world watched as Earth prepared its first contact. Satellites and ships were readied. The delegation included a few other scientists and officers, but Ryan and Laura were the main representatives. They boarded the ship, named the Horizon, and left Earth's orbit. As they traveled, Ryan looked out the window at the blue planet shrinking behind them. "It's beautiful," he said softly. Laura smiled. "And we are about to introduce it to the galaxy." The journey was long, but not uncomfortable. The Horizon moved faster than anything humans had ever built. They passed through silent stars, lonely comets, and empty planets. Ryan and Laura spent hours studying the Council's message, trying to understand what kind of beings they were going to meet. Finally, after what felt like weeks, they arrived at the coordinates given by the Council. There, floating in space, was a massive structure. It was shaped like a pyramid, but it was alive in some way. Lights moved across its surface, and strange energy fields shimmered around it. "Welcome to the Council's station," Laura whispered. "It is incredible." Ryan's jaw tightened. Let's hope they are as friendly as they say. Inside the station, the delegation was greeted by a group of aliens, unlike anything humans had imagined. They had tall, thin bodies, long arms, and faces with large eyes and small mouths. They moved gracefully and spoke in a language that the Horizon's translator slowly turned into English. "Welcome, people of Earth," said one of the aliens, its voice calm and even. "We have awaited your arrival. You are primitive, but we are willing to meet and discuss mutual benefit." Ryan and Laura exchanged glances. The alien did not seem hostile, but its words were strange. Primitive? Benefit? The Council led them to a large chamber where more aliens waited. There were dozens of them, and they all looked at the humans with careful eyes. One of the Council leaders stepped forward. Her name, the translator said, was Thalia. She was taller than the others and wore a robe made of shimmering light. "You must understand," Thalia said. "We are responsible for maintaining peace in the galaxy. We oversee many worlds, and we expect cooperation. Your world is young, but it may serve a purpose in the greater order." Laura raised an eyebrow. "Serve a purpose? What do you mean?" "What'd be one?" Laura raised an eyebrow. Thalia smiled faintly. "You have resources. Minerals, water, energy. We could help you advance. And in return, you could provide for the Council. It is a fair arrangement." Ryan felt a chill run down his spine. He stepped forward. "We did not come here to be used. We came to make friends, to trade ideas, to learn. We are not a resource to be claimed." The chamber grew silent. The aliens looked at each other, their eyes narrowing. Then, Thalia spoke again, her voice cold. You misunderstand. Cooperation is not optional. Your refusal could bring consequences. Before Ryan could respond, alarms blared. Outside the chamber, through the windows, Ryan saw small ships moving into attack positions. The council had no intention of peaceful discussion. They had planned to strike the humans as soon as they arrived. Get back to the horizon, Ryan shouted. We need to leave now. We. The delegation ran through the corridors, dodging energy pulses that cut across the hallways. Laura carried her research tablets tightly, refusing to drop them. Ryan led the way, using his knowledge of human technology to override locked doors and open emergency exits. They reached the horizon just as the Council's fighters tried to block their escape. Ryan fired the ship's engines and dodged incoming blasts. Laura monitored the controls, helping Ryan navigate through the debris of the Council station. Where do we go? She asked, her hands shaking. Ryan glanced at her. We go home. We warn Earth. We prepare. They think we are weak. But we will show them otherwise. The horizon jumped into faster-than-light travel, leaving the Council's station behind. The delegation was shaken, but alive. Ryan checked the communication logs. Most of the Council ships were destroyed in the skirmish, but the rest were heading toward Earth. Laura leaned back in her chair. They are coming. They really are coming. Ryan nodded, staring at the stars. Then we have no choice. We have to be ready. The Council thinks they can intimidate us, but they have never faced humanity at full strength. When they returned to Earth, the news spread like wildfire. Governments declared emergencies, scientists worked around the clock, and the people of Earth finally realized they were not alone, and they were in danger. General Adam Carter called for an emergency council of nations. He addressed leaders and scientists from every country. The Galactic Council attacked our delegation. They saw us as weak. They thought they could take what they wanted. They are wrong. From this day, Earth will unite. We will not be conquered. We will defend our world. Ryan and Laura watched as humanity began to prepare. Cities built defenses, engineers worked on new ships, and ordinary people volunteered for training. Fear turned into determination. Earth would not bow to the Council. At night, Ryan walked outside. The sky was filled with stars, as always. But now, each star held a new meaning. Somewhere out there, the Council was planning their attack. Somewhere out there, other worlds watched and waited. And somewhere out there, humanity would rise. Laura joined him, holding a cup of warm tea. Do you think we can do it? Ryan looked at her, his eyes firm. We have to. If we don't, no one else will. And if we fight together, we can surprise them. They do not know what we are capable of. The wind blew gently across the city, and for the first time, Ryan felt a spark of hope. Earth was small, young, and untested, but it was ready. And when the Council came, they would see that humanity was not a world to underestimate. For now, Earth would prepare. For now, humans would train, study, and build. And when the Council arrived, they would meet something they had never seen before. A world that refused to kneel. The horizon was dark, but the stars shone brightly. Humanity was awake. And the galaxy would soon learn that even a small world could strike with brutal strength if pushed too far. Ryan looked at the stars one last time before returning to the horizon's command center. We begin today, he said. We prepare, we train, and we survive. And when the time comes, we will respond. Laura nodded, writing her notes quickly. And we will make them regret underestimating us. The first part of Earth's brutal response had begun. Earth had changed since the attack. The people were no longer afraid. Fear had turned into action, and action into preparation. Every nation, every city, and every person contributed in some way. The Galactic Council had made a mistake. They thought Earth was weak, but now they would see what humans could do when united. General Adam Carter took command of the Global Defense Program. He worked with leaders from every continent, forming the Earth Defense Council. His office was filled with maps, star charts, and holographic projections of alien ships. The Council had underestimated humans, and Adam was determined to show them the cost of that mistake. Captain Ryan Cole was at the center of the preparations. He trained new pilots, testing them in flight simulators that mimicked Council ships. Ryan pushed everyone hard, teaching them how to think like humans and fight like humans. "The Council expects us to panic," he told the trainees. "We will surprise them instead. Calm minds, fast actions, sharp eyes. That is how we win." Laura Brown worked in another part of the facility. She studied captured Council technology from the skirmish. Pieces of alien devices, weapons, and ships were examined. Laura discovered how their energy shields worked, how their ships moved, and even some of their weaknesses. She shared her notes with engineers, who immediately started adapting human technology to match Council standards. Engineer Lily Ward led the construction of new weapons. She was small, with short blonde hair, but her mind worked like a machine. She designed railgun platforms that could shoot projectiles faster than the speed of sound in space. She also created orbital shields that could protect cities from Council attacks. Her drones moved like flocks of birds, capable of surrounding enemy ships and disabling them. Adam, Ryan, Laura, and Lily worked day and night. Ordinary people also joined the effort. Farmers, teachers, mechanics, and doctors, everyone contributed. Factories that once built cars and planes now built spacecraft, energy weapons, and defensive stations. Scientists and engineers worked together, sharing ideas openly for the first time in history. Ryan walked through one of the hangars, watching a group of young pilots practicing evasive maneuvers in simulators. One of them, a girl named Maya Collins, shouted, "I hit the target!" She smiled as the simulator displayed a Council fighter destroyed in virtual space. Ryan nodded. "Good. Remember this feeling. When it is real, you will need it more than ever." Laura was nearby, showing the engineers how to integrate alien technology into human systems. "These energy fields can be adapted for our shields," she explained. "If we combine them with our drones, we can create traps for enemy ships. They will not see it coming." Lily added, "We also need to prepare our weapons for speed. Their ships move fast, but humans can be unpredictable. That is our advantage." As Earth worked, the Galactic Council continued their preparations as well. They believed Earth was primitive and slow to respond. They did not expect humanity to move so quickly, to unify so completely. Their attack fleet was assembling at the edge of the solar system, unaware of how much humans had learned from the first encounter. Ryan met with General Adam Carter in the command center. Holographic projections of the Council fleet floated above the table. Hundreds of ships, sleek and dangerous, advanced slowly through space. "They will arrive in a few weeks," Adam said. "If we do nothing, they will destroy our defenses. We must act now." Ryan nodded. "We should train our pilots for coordinated strikes. We should also place drones around key areas, Earth orbit, the Moon, and nearby asteroids. If they try to jump into our space, we hit them first." Adam agreed. "We also need to show them we are not a single nation. Humanity is united. We fight together, or not at all." Meanwhile, Laura had made an important discovery. She had found a flaw in the Council's energy shields. "They are strong, but only in certain directions," she explained. "If we attack from unexpected angles, we can break through." Ryan smiled. "That is exactly what we need. We will strike where they do not expect it." The next weeks were filled with constant activity. The skies above Earth were busy with training ships, and the oceans became testing grounds for drone operations. Scientists worked around the clock, refining weapons and shields. Cities prepared evacuation plans, though everyone hoped it would not be needed. People on Earth followed every update. News broadcasts showed new defense stations in orbit and railguns firing test shots. Citizens built shelters and helped in any way they could. Children learned about space tactics in schools. Not just history or math. Humanity had changed, and everyone knew it. Ryan visited one of the drone production centers. Workers were assembling hundreds of drones, designed to surround and disable Council ships. He watched a small drone take off and fly in formation with others. "This is beautiful," he said quietly. "This is what humans can do." Laura stood beside him, examining a simulation of Council ships approaching Earth. "We can win this if we stay smart and coordinated. They may have technology, but we have creativity, adaptability, and courage." Lily joined them with a smile. "And a lot of firepower." Ryan laughed. "Yes, and a lot of firepower." Adam called for a meeting with all the leaders of the Earth Defense Council. "We cannot wait for them to strike first," he said. "We will place our weapons where they do not expect. We will train our fleets for sudden attacks. And we will show them that Earth fights as one." During the planning, a young intelligence officer named Evan Hayes discovered Council communications in transit. "They are underestimating us," he said. "They think we are still weak. They believe their fleet will crush our defenses easily." Ryan leaned forward. "Then, we will use that against them. We will make them regret it. Ever." By the end of the month, Earth was ready. Not fully, but as ready as they could be. Pilots were trained, ships repaired, drones deployed, and orbital shields tested. Humanity had never faced a challenge like this, but they had risen to meet it. Ryan gathered his closest officers, including Laura and Lily, in the Horizons command room. "We have prepared everything we can," he said. "We do not know exactly what they will do, but we will be ready. Remember, they expect us to be afraid. They expect us to fail. We will surprise them. We will fight. Smart, fast, and together." Laura nodded. "And we will study every move they make. Every weakness, every pattern, every error. We will not give them mercy." Lily checked the weapon systems. "And we will strike with everything we have. Our drones, railguns, shields, and ships. We will show them that Earth is not a world to take lightly." The Council's fleet was approaching. Their massive ships moved like shadows across the void, confident in their superiority. But Earth had learned quickly. Humans adapted, innovated, and prepared to meet force with force. The first attack was only days away. Pilots practiced their maneuvers in simulators, engineers made last-minute adjustments, and scientists studied alien signals for clues. Citizens on Earth followed the news with nervous hope. Everyone understood the stakes. Ryan stood on the Horizons observation deck, looking at the stars. "They think this is going to be easy," he said. "They do not know us. They have never faced a united Earth, and they are about to learn." Laura joined him, holding a tablet with the latest analysis. "We are ready," she said softly. "We cannot fail. Not now. Not ever." Ryan nodded. "We will fight. We will survive. And when they realize what humans can do, they will never underestimate us again." Below them, the Earth Defense Council coordinated the final preparations. Drones floated in perfect formation above cities. Railguns aimed at strategic points in orbit. Shield arrays hummed with energy. Humanity was ready to defend its home. And above all, the people of Earth stood together, united, determined, and unafraid. They knew the Council was powerful, but they also knew something the aliens had not considered. Humans never gave up. Humans never surrendered. Humans fought back, and they fought with everything they had. The first move of Earth's brutal response was ready. And when the Galactic Council arrived, they would not expect the strength, the skill, and the unity of a world that refused to be conquered. The countdown had begun. The day had come. The Galactic Council's fleet had reached the edge of the solar system. Hundreds of ships, sleek and deadly, floated in formation, moving toward Earth as if it were already theirs. The Council had believed humans were weak, disorganized, and slow to react. They had never seen Earth prepare like this. On the horizon, Captain Ryan Cole stood at the command console. His eyes scanned the incoming fleet, and his jaw was tight with determination. Around him, pilots and officers worked quickly, checking weapons, shields, and drones. Every human in the control room knew what was at stake. General Adam Carter entered the room. "They think they will be met with fear," he said, his voice steady. "They will meet courage instead, and our courage will surprise them." Ryan nodded. "We fight smart, we fight fast, and we fight together." Outside, Earth's orbital defense systems powered up. Railguns aligned to target points in space where Council ships would pass. Drones lifted off in precise formations, their engines glowing softly against the black of space. Energy shields hummed as they reached full power, creating barriers around the planet and nearby stations. Laura Brown monitored alien communications. "They are communicating in a pattern," she said, pointing at her screen. "They are confident. They expect no resistance. They are moving in straight lines, assuming our attacks will be weak or uncoordinated." Ryan smiled. "Then we give them something unexpected." The first Council ships entered lunar orbit. They moved with precision, but Earth's forces were ready. A sudden volley of railgun fire erupted from hidden positions on the moon. The projectiles tore through the lead ships, disabling shields and creating chaos. Council pilots were caught off guard. Their formation broke as drones swarmed around them, firing energy pulses that disabled engines and systems. Ships spun out of control, crashing into the moon's surface or into one another. Ryan led a squadron of human fighters through the chaos. They weaved between debris and enemy ships, firing with skill and accuracy. One pilot, Maya Collins, took down a Council ship by guiding it into a drone trap. Ryan watched with pride. Humanity's training was working. Meanwhile, Laura directed the orbital shields. She calculated angles and energy flow, making sure the Council could not break through. "Keep the shields tight," she ordered. "Do not let a single ship through." Lily Ward monitored weapon systems. "Railguns ready for the next wave," she said. "Drones in position for interception. Energy disruptors active." The Council fleet regrouped, trying to regain control. They expected humans to panic under pressure, but humans stayed calm. Ryan gave orders in short, sharp bursts. "Flank from the right. Focus fire on the command vessel. Keep drones on the left to block reinforcements." The humans worked like a single machine. Drones moved as one. Railguns fired without pause, and fighters struck with precision. The Council did not understand it. They had never faced a planet that could fight with such unity. In the Council's capital ship, leaders panicked. "Why is this happening?" One alien shouted. "We outnumber them. They should be weak." Thalia, the Council leader, narrowed her eyes. "They are not weak. They are unpredictable. Their coordination is not what we expected." Back on Earth, Ryan smiled. "They are realizing too late. Humans are not easy prey." The first wave of Council ships was destroyed or disabled, but more were coming. Ryan knew this was only the beginning. He called for the next phase. "Prepare for the counterattack. We hit their command ship directly." Laura studied the alien patterns. "Their shields have a blind spot," she said. "If we strike from behind their left flank, we can disrupt their systems completely." They see. And Ryan turned to his squadron. This is it. Follow Laura's plan. Hit them hard and fast. Do not let them recover. Human fighters weaved through space, using debris and drones as cover. They struck with speed and precision, overwhelming the Council's command vessel. Energy pulses disrupted shields, and railgun fire tore through its hull. The command ship shuddered as humans disabled its main engines. Thalia watched in disbelief. They are destroying our fleet, she whispered. We underestimated them. On Earth, celebrations were muted. There was no time for joy. More ships were coming, and the humans had to remain focused. Ryan directed the next wave. All units, hold formation. Prepare for boarding if necessary. Protect the planet and the moon. Drones moved like swarms of birds, surrounding enemy ships. Some Council ships tried to flee, but the humans anticipated their paths. Energy disruptors, disabled engines, and railguns shredded hulls. The Council fleet began to fall apart. Laura calculated the efficiency of the attacks. They are losing coordination, she said. Their strategy is failing. Ryan knew this was the turning point. Push harder. Strike now. We show them that Earth fights to survive. The horizon moved close to the center of battle. Ryan led a daring maneuver, weaving through explosions and debris to reach the remaining command ships. He fired with perfect timing, hitting engines and control centers. Ships spun out of control, and Council pilots tried desperately to regain formation. Maya Collins and other young pilots executed flanking attacks, striking the Council from unexpected angles. Humans worked together, communicating constantly and adjusting their attacks. The Council had expected chaos, but humans created order in the chaos. Below, on Earth, people watched from screens as their planet fought back. Citizens cheered and prayed, hoping the effort of countless humans would hold. Engineers continued repairs, scientists studied alien tactics, and soldiers manned stations, ready for any attack. Thalia realized the Council had miscalculated. They are stronger than we thought, she admitted. They are not primitives. They are something else. Ryan's squadron moved around the last remaining ships. Target the command vessel again, he ordered. Focus fire. Disable their weapons. End this fight quickly. Drones and railguns worked in perfect harmony, striking the command ship from all sides. Energy shields flickered and collapsed. The ship shuddered violently, then stopped moving entirely. The Council's command structure was in chaos. Laura breathed a sigh of relief. It worked. Their command ship is down. Their fleet has no leader. Ryan nodded, his hands steady on the controls. Now we finish this. Keep pressure on them. Do not give them a chance to regroup. Council ships began surrendering. Alien pilots activated emergency signals, signaling that they wanted to retreat. Humans allowed them to leave, knowing that mercy now would strengthen Earth's position later. Thalia and other Council leaders were silent. They had never faced a world like this, and they had underestimated humans. The Council had expected fear, confusion, and weakness. Instead, they faced intelligence, courage, and unity. Ryan looked at the aftermath. Debris floated through space, disabled ships scattered across lunar orbit. Humans had won the first major battle, but Ryan knew it was only the beginning. The Council would recover, and Earth had to remain vigilant. Back on Earth, General Adam Carter addressed the people. Today, we showed the galaxy what humans can do. We defended our home. We fought together. And we will continue to fight if necessary. Remember, we are one world, and we will not be broken. Ryan and Laura returned to the Horizon's command room. We did it, Laura said, smiling. But we have more work ahead. Ryan nodded. Yes, They will regroup, and we have to be ready. But today, we proved that Earth is not weak. Today, we proved that humans are strong. Lily Ward joined them, checking systems. The drones and railguns performed perfectly. The Council won't forget this, and neither will we. Ryan looked out at the stars. They will come again. But next time, we will be stronger. Next time, they will see the full strength of humanity. Below, Earth celebrated cautiously. Citizens cheered, but they also knew the fight was not over. Scientists continued research, engineers repaired ships, and pilots trained for the next battle. Humans had won the first strike, but they could not rest. The Galactic Council had learned a painful lesson. Humans were not primitive. Humans were clever, adaptable, and fearless. And when Earth fought, it fought with unity and intelligence unlike anything the Council had faced. Ryan turned to Laura and Lily. We prepare for the next wave. We have the advantage now. Let's make sure we keep it. Laura nodded. We will study everything they do. Every move. Every pattern. They will not surprise us again. Lily added, and our weapons will only get stronger. Next time, they won't stand a chance. Ryan smiled faintly. Good. Let them underestimate us once. They won't do it again. Above, in space, the remains of the Council fleet drifted silently. Humans had won, but the battle had only begun. Earth had shown its strength, and the galaxy was watching. The first strike was over, and humanity had survived. But humans knew one thing clearly. When the Council returned, they would be ready. They would fight, and they would not stop. The horizon of space was theirs to defend, and humanity had learned its greatest lesson. Fear could unite them, preparation could save them, and courage could defeat even the most powerful enemy. Earth had survived the first attack. The Council had underestimated humans, and the galaxy would soon see that a united humanity could fight like no other. The battle had ended, but the war for respect had only begun.